I think once I've got the dress and the wig and the makeup, then I'm like, showtime.
What a coinky dink.
Hello, should we go through?
Yes, let's.
First hurdle.
Down the yellow brick road. Welcome to my humble abode.
Excellent.
First thing I do is put my diffuser on. There you go. All lights, camera. Me, Jeff and Tom, we're all cap wearers. And I went a bit overboard on a gift. We all have matching caps. Mine says Fifi, Tom says Lele, and Jeff says Popo for Polonius. I think if our Ophelia and Polonius sat with a therapist, the therapist would be like, you two are very codependent and you need some space. For me personally, making Ophelia quite codependent is so that then when she's lost her like pillars of who she kind of navigates her whole day around, she's just completely gone. I've got an Ophelia mood board.
Do you see?
Yeah. All these kids ones are like to show how tight Ophelia and Laertes are, and Tom Glenister has the same photos in his dressing room. So I feel like Ophelia was born in the wrong time, and I think if the circumstances were different, she would have absolutely thrived. There's a quote, it says, it's both a blessing and a curse to feel everything so very deeply. I just saw it and I was like, that's Ophelia. Music really helps me instantly. My start Ophelia song is very different to my end Ophelia song. I'll play He's So Fine by the Chiffons because Ophelia's off to the wedding, her and Hamlet are in a really good place, and it'll be like he's so fine. And then I come back off stage after the interval, getting changed to this. And I'll be like... There was a dance school at the bottom of my road in the village I grew up in. So from the age of like 3, I was enjoying baby ballet, like good toes, naughty toes, good toes, naughty toes. And then I think dance, as I got older, blended into like drama club. There's a brilliant theatre in Newcastle under Lyme called the New Vic Theatre. In the Christmas productions of their plays, like Oliver or The Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe, they'd employ kids from the local community who were interested in drama to work with the professional actors, and I can remember loving every second of it. And I was sat with an actor called Craig, and I can remember asking him, I was like, Craig, what do you do for your job? And he was like, I act. And I was like, no, we all act for fun. What's your job? He was like, I'm an actor. And I was like, you're getting paid? Like, you can do this as an adult job? And he was like, yeah. And I can remember from that point, I was like, pfft. I was in the Ian Charleston Awards, and I was nominated for, I think it was Hermia at the Globe, and I went on to win, which was amazing. But I was at that awards where I was chatting to Robert Hastie, and I'd worked with Rob a few years ago, and he asked me then, just nonchalantly, what's one of my dream roles to play, and I had no idea what was coming for Rob. I didn't even know that he was coming here. It was still early doors. And I just went, oh, Rob, I'd always loved to play Ophelia. And he just went, oh, interesting. He rang me, I think it was like a year later, and was like, I'm doing Hamlet at the Lyttelton, and I'd love for you to be my Ophelia. And I was like, whoa. Because I didn't go to uni, I've still got this, like, imposter syndrome that I'm very prepared that if someone came and knocked on the door now and went, your time's up, you've had a good run, I'd be like, I understand. I definitely wouldn't want to be someone who was like, oh, I'm amazing, and there's no improvements to be made. Even though I am a professional overthinker, I quite like the side of me that believes that someone could pull the plug on this at any point, because it makes me feel very, like I just want to soak it all up. This is Dr. Nelson. It's a steamer, so you put hot water in there and the steam comes out and you inhale, and then when you blow, it comes out of like the chimney there. It just keeps all your vocal folds nice and moisturised. Today, because it's Monday, our lovely Shireen from the voice department will be leading us through a group warm-up. But on other days, I normally go a bit earlier to do my own warm-up, because when the stage is open for everyone to come and warm up, I get too excited to see everyone and I just start yapping. My starting number is meant to look like a vintage, expensive number. It's got a bit of weight to it, which I love, because then it swishy wishes.
How many fittings did that take?
Maybe like 3 or 4. The costume department here are so talented. Hello, Sophia from the Doubles. We're both wearing the same thing.
Oh, you're understanding. I got him.
I'm just going to show them the set. Both starts. All these tables are all spread out because they're all at a huge wedding and everyone's dressed up to the nines. And then this amazing painting on the wall is all hand painted, and there's Easter eggs, there's some past Hamlets. So today is Shireen's leading the warm-up. Most of the time it's a lot of breathing and grounding and centering yourself. Hello, Shireen.
Hello. How are you? Good, you?
Thanks to the jaw. How long does it take you to get into Wham?
Oh, how long does it take, my dear?
Not long, 10 minutes.
10, 15.
10, 15 minutes.
I think once I've got the dress and the wig and the makeup, then I'm like, showtime.
How many wigs do you have for the show?
2. But this wig has 2 wigs, but this wig
Has a few
goes
looks.
through many
a
looks.
change.
We start with this updo, then we go to a French plait, and then it goes back up, and then we go to Grief-phelia, which is the hacked off shorter wig with darker roots and a lot greasier, because she's been too sad to wash. I love makeup. I've always loved makeup. I really want her to be quite dolled up at the beginning, so then she's got somewhere to go. And I don't think she would like. I don't think she wants being dolled up to be her only thing. I think it's just the thing of that is all really she's allowed to do, because nobody really listens to her, lets her say her opinion. She gets silenced quite a lot. So I think she's made it something that she's good at, of dressing up nice and whatever, but I think if it was her world, she'd have her hair up in a scruffy bun, no makeup, and just be running around the fields. Like, I think it's the societal pressures and stuff, and I think that's then why, by the end of the show, once Polonius is gone, that is bottom of her priority list is looking like this. She wants to walk around the king and queen being like, I'm deliberately not making an effort so people look, and people to embarrass other people, because she's fed up of making herself look for the society norms. What parts do I leave behind? I think I take all of me on and then add to it, rather than take me on and delete bits. Yeah, with Shakespeare, you could be saying a line a certain way for 4 weeks, and then just through life experience and things that happen to you on the 5th week, that particular line could ring a completely new truth for you. I like it to come from me and then be fleshed out.
Lyttelton Theatre, Hamlet Company, this is your part 1 beginner's call. Your call please.
Oh my
Your company.
days.
Your call please.
This is where I leave you. Adios. I will go away from this job with a very full heart. This job, this cast, this company, the whole process has just filled my heart to the absolute brim. That it is completely and utterly overflowing. And as heartbroken as I will be to leave these people and this show and this part, it's made such an impact on my little life so far that I just know I'll never forget it.